Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome aboard the podcast for this Thursday. If you're listening in real time with Lucy.
Hi.
And Casey.
Hi.
First things first, would you like a bloop?
Would you like a bloop? Yeah, she came in and asked if I want a bloop.
That was the question that Casey asked Lucy out of the blue. Imagine you're just minding your own business and your producer comes over and says, would you like a bloop?
Yeah, I knew what she meant.
Did you? I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was at my laptop and I looked up and I like, what is a bloop?
Everyone guess.
Yeah. Well, it's quite obvious, isn't it?
No, not really.
Want a bloop?
Have you been blooped?
Well, I didn't want one because I don't like the taste.
Really?
Yeah, unless they're...
Should we establish what a bloop is?
No.
Blueberry.
No.
So blueberries from the shops, just really tasteless. I was at a friend's house the other day, Chloe and Luke. He's like a horticulturalist.
Yep.
And he's got a veggie garden and a fruit garden. And he said, come and taste these blueberries. And they gave me a blueberry he'd freshly grown, no pesticides, and it tasted so different to what blueberries in the shops taste like.
Are you serious?
And he was like, isn't it wild? And I said, that is wild. I would eat blueberries if they tasted like Luke and Chloe's blueberries. I couldn't believe how different the mass-produced shop blueberries tasted to ones grown in a garden. Couldn't believe it.
Wow.
My Nina, who is 12, had the exact same discussion with me the other day at the kitchen table because I thought she was into bloops. And she said she is, but not the ones from the supermarket.
There you go.
She likes the ones from the Victoria market, which taste completely different.
Right.
And she's 12. She knows about the bloop discrepancy between...
Well, I'm going there.
So what are supermarkets doing wrong?
Just mass-produced. They're probably in
Shrinking
storage for
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
Just tasteless.
You do hear that a
yeah.
lot, don't you?
Yeah.
You hear
It's not
like
in season.
the
Yeah.
apples we're eating today were actually picked off the tree last September or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, from the United States.
It's terrible, isn't it,
Yeah.
guys?
Oh, life.
So we've been blooped.
Yep.
Well, Lucy hasn't been blooped, but Casey is fully blooped.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are they good for you? They've got something in them.
Antioxidants.
That's the one.
Yeah, they're really good. They're a superfood.
Yep.
Superfood.
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 Yes, we need to. I want to talk about something else regarding food very shortly, but I also have to acknowledge if you listened to yesterday's podcast, we did storm out at the end.
Yeah. Babies.
It caused quite the ruckus.
Not very mature.
Because Lucy.
I've never stormed out of a studio.
I can think there's probably 7 times
Yeah.
Lucy has stormed out of the studio.
In the last year.
Yeah.
I haven't.
The last year that's only been going for about 4 weeks.
Correct.
All right. Well, correct, yes.
I want to. You know how there are other well-known radio hosts, much more well-known than us, that storm out of studios? Oh, I'd love to do that one day. Like, for reals, for reals.
Do they storm out or they just not turn up?
Yeah, I think he doesn't turn up. You know who I'm talking about.
Don't start a
I'm not going to
turf
start
war.
a turf. He's terrifying. I'm not going to come up against him. Thank you very much. But I would like to just storm out one day. I think that'd be fun.
Oh, do
Yeah.
it on your last day.
Do it now. I know, you've got to pick the right time.
Can I storm out at the end of the podcast today?
No.
Say something that upsets me.
Well, pick a topic.
That was a trap.
Just mention the word Kel. And just
What would you like
storms
to
out.
bring up? What is it you wanted to bring up?
Oh, firstly, we're back after the storm out yesterday. We stormed
Yeah.
out of the podcast yesterday because Lucy's got new friends.
Yeah.
And she quickly forgot about us. We thought Casey and I and Lucy were pretty tight, but when there's new people to meet and new friends to impress, Lucy's like, Casey who? Kel what?
Yeah.
So we were a bit offended. But the question is, how did it go yesterday with your new besties?
So fabulous.
Was it great?
They're a great bunch of people. I really like them. They're from Christian radio all around Australia in different facets. We're a creative consultancy group and we do a lot to help plan out what Christian radio is going to sound like and be like for the next year, this little small group. So it was a real privilege for me to be a part of it.
Pretty important, Casey.
And it's really fun. Yeah, it's really great. It's good fun.
Smile like that and say it's really fun.
They're
Isn't it fun
excellent.
hanging out with us?
It is so much fun.
Don't make us storm out again.
They're not as cool as you guys.
No.
Does that help?
No.
I don't believe
Makes me
Lucy
worse.
when she says that.
No.
Look at you smiling away. Are you thinking of them right
yeah,
now?
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Leah and Tim. No. Listen, guys, you are my number one. Please understand that.
Okay, dot.
Moving on, there is a new chocolate. Now, I have a question adjacent to the new chocolate. So are we allowed to say, names on the
Yes.
podcast? So Cadbury have come out with a new flavoured chocolate. I feel like they've had some hits and some misses.
Yeah.
Did they try Vegemite once?
Yeah, it was gross.
I don't know what they were thinking with Vegemite.
Yeah, yep.
I'm thinking they tried, what is the one that all the kids get into, Casey, that you said the other day they drink matcha?
Matcha.
Is that it?
Matcha,
Yeah, yeah, matcha.
They've definitely done a matcha
man.
chocolate, but I don't.
want to be a matcha man.
So there's lots of different big swings when it comes to chocolate flavours. This one, it's a home run, I would have thought, based on what it is that they've mixed the chocolate with, and that is Biscoff.
Yes. It's a Biscoff chocolate and it looks good.
Can I be...
But obviously it's good.
Can I be real? I didn't know what Biscoff was 3 years ago. And then
it's
all of a sudden, Biscoff was in everything.
Yeah, Biscoff's everywhere.
Yeah.
Biscoff hot cross buns, baby. They're the best ones.
When I didn't know what it was, I thought it was like a spice that they've found somewhere in a lost jungle somewhere. It's Biscoff.
And you wonder why I've got new friends when you two bang on like this.
Bye.
So it's a biscuit, really. Is it just a brand name of a biscuit?
Yes.
See,
I
they
had
made
no
it all.
idea
I
either.
know they
I was
made
like,
it
what?
all mysterious.
Yep, 100%.
Like, you know what's in this? Biscoff.
Yeah.
What
I
is
thought
that?
Biscoff was like a thing.
No,
Not
Biscoff is like Oreo.
Yeah, correct. But I thought I didn't think it was a spice.
I'm
But I
with
was
you.
like, what is Biscoff?
It's KFC's 11 herbs and spices.
Yes.
The new one is Biscoff.
That's what I thought.
That's what I was thinking.
And that's
how
why
they
I've
use-
gotten new friends. Because you think of things like this.
That's how they marketed it back in the day. Anyway, it's a home run. I don't even have to taste it. I know it's good.
Yeah.
Do you want me to buy you one? Because I'm going across the road after this potty with Casey.
Oh, you're very suggestible.
Wow.
You're
Because
very
we just need to...
For $10?
We need to walk... No, I think it's $5.
Oh.
But we need to walk more.
Yes.
So after
Agreed.
the show every day, Casey and I,
C's-
I'm going to make you go walk with me.
The question I have about the Biscoff Cadbury combination, and again, I know I am a 49-year-old balding white man.
Balding? Bald? That ship has sailed. There's no hair left, my friend. You're not balding. It's gone. You're a chrome dome.
On my own terms, I've decided to get rid of my hair. I should grow it back to show you what's left. It's not pretty. The thing I have that I don't understand, and hear me loud and clear, this is not a white man having a go. I just don't understand what's happening. So when a new chocolate combination or when anything new comes out, a specifically aged woman will be on the phone doing a taste test in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
She's 22. She's an
I
influencer
don't-
with 73 billion followers. And she's like, hi, guys, just coming on to eat
Yeah.
the new Biscoff in front of you.
Can I ask the question?
I hate it.
I don't know what's going on, but as ladies, why are we always doing stuff in the car?
We're not, and I don't. I rarely do a video in the car.
I feel like every video from every lady under the age of 40 is from the car.
And she's
Yeah.
sitting there and she's drinking out of a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And she's in an oversized white Fox hoodie.
But it
And she's
must
like,
speak.
hi, guys.
it must speak or must be a reason,
it.
right?
Do you know what
Is it like they couldn't wait, so they've run out of the
Yeah.
store and they've
Yeah.
run straight in? Now, are they on the passenger side as well? Because the steering wheel's not there.
Yeah, the steering wheel's there.
Is the steering wheel there?
100%. They've got
Right.
like a phone holder on the
Yeah.
steering
Oh,
wheel.
okay. So it's
Can
not
I
like they're
just
sitting
say-
in the passenger side of an empty
That
car.
would be so funny.
Just going, just hopped in the car, guys.
No, I can't stand it. And did you know the Australian Open is on at the moment and they have hired 200 influencers to attend
Yes.
just to document it?
Yep.
And the funny thing is,
Are they all racing out of the stadium and hopping in the car?
well, the funny thing is you're not allowed to film and you're not allowed to film or do anything with regards to the footage that's being broadcast. So all the footage is just them sitting in the stands going, hi, guys. I watched one the other day of a girl going, hi, guys. I'm in the stands at the Australian Open. I'm just going to put on some lipstick I bought from Priceline. And I thought, society is over. This is awful. When does the pendulum swing back
Yeah.
to a life where we don't have people doing this?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Never. I think
don't
the
know.
answer is never.
Like, I like to go on my socials and share stuff and share brands and businesses, but
Are you doing it from the car?
No, maybe I need to do that.
Yeah.
It just seems that everyone is just disseminating information from
the car.
the driver's seat of the car.
Yeah.
It just
It's more intimate. You're closer to the person.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and it's like you're in a rush too, because I don't
And-
know. When you start a video off like doing something or moving, you're in the car. It's just like
Yeah,
Do you know
they're
what it
never-
is? No, I'll tell you what it is.
They're
I'll tell you
never
what it
in
is.
public and
So
they're
wait.
never around people.
This is why. There's two
Tell
reasons
us.
it's in a car. It's quite obvious. One, enclosed space, so it's not embarrassing. You're not standing on the sidewalk going, hi, guys.
Yeah.
Just to let you know about my new lipstick.
Because it's never one take, is it? It's like 12 different
12
takes.
takes. So they do it in a car because privacy. Number two, brilliant lighting.
Oh.
Outside, the sun, the
True.
windscreen, the best lighting for videos is in the
That's
front seat of
true.
your car. So
That's all
it.
I was looking
Yeah.
for. I just
Yeah.
needed an answer.
I'd love to see Kel do videos. Hi, guys.
that would go off.
Just coming on to let you know that I'm still bald. and I still have no friends. And I still wear skinny jeans.
Wow.
I'd follow that.
A couple of those cut very close to the bone.
They
All
cut
right.
deep. They cut deep.
All right.
It's all love.
Weren't you going to storm out of the studio? This
Yeah,
couldn't
all
be-
right. I'm done. Goodbye.
Oh, she's actually got.
Yeah.
Oh.
After insulting me, she's decided to storm out.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
A good friend of ours is in the market to buy a house at the moment. And
Good luck to them.
I know, right? But now it's time to get in. It's time to get in. Right.
It's always time.
time to get
It's
in.
always time. It's
Yeah.
never not time to get in.
Always time to get
That's
in.
what the real estate agents tell you.
Yeah.
Get in.
And I'm highly invested because I enjoy property. I enjoy looking at property.
Other people's lives.
Yeah, I enjoy looking at the pictures. I enjoy thinking about what you could do.
Vicariously living their lives
That's right.
through the decisions that they're making.
However, she has found a house she quite likes. But the funny thing is, the house is on a street name that is her name.
Hang on a second. So one of the options
Yeah.
for them to buy a house,
Yeah.
one of the properties
Is her name.
is in a street with her exact name.
Yes.
Well, if that isn't a sign.
So I won't say who my friend is, but let's say her name
Well, we
is-
don't want to make their life a
No,
living nightmare when
no.
people find out.
Yeah. Just say her name is Deirdre. She's looking at a house on Deirdre Street. And I'm like...
Wouldn't you do everything in your power to buy
yeah,
that
I was
house?
like, you got to buy the house. You got to buy the house. Don't care if there's like
Could you
termites.
imagine?
I don't care if it's like the stumps are falling out.
Could you imagine?
That's fixable. You've got to live on the street where your name is.
Couldn't you imagine if that happened to you? If we just stumbled across a house that was on Lucy Lane?
Well, let me tell you something. There is a Lucy Ann Court in Brisbane that is named after me, Lucy Ann Court, and it intersects with Rebecca Street, which is my sister, because my dad worked for a firm and they were developing property back in the 80s, and Dad was often allowed to name streets, and so he named Lucy Ann Court for me, and he named Rebecca Street for my sister. We intersect, and I just Googled it the other day because I was like, I wonder what happened to Lucy Ann Court, because there's a whole bunch of people living on a street named after me, and I'm alive, and they don't even know it. And so I Googled it, and the houses on Lucy Ann Court in Brisbane are now about $1.5 million properties. It's a ritzy place.
Fancy
it's a ritzy
court.
street.
So you got a court. What did your sister get?
Street.
A street.
But
Would you
when I-
rather a street, open-ended street, or you like the court?
When I was very little when Dad named it. I was probably like around 8, and when Dad said I've named it, because there's a photo of me, a little girl standing underneath the street sign when it's all just land and they hadn't sold off the blocks.
You got to go back and take another photo.
Yeah, I should. So there's a photo of me as a little like 8-year-old standing under because the street sign is new and there's just land, and I'm standing under Lucy Ann Court, and I remember being very disappointed and not being able to tell anybody because I didn't understand what court meant. I was like, why isn't this Lucy Ann Street? And I thought court was just another name, like a Lucy Ann Court, as in Courtney. So I was a bit confused. And then I got older and I was like, oh no, this is excellent.
It's describing the area.
Yeah, I like Lucy Ann Court better than Rebecca Street. No offence, Rebecca. I know you're listening. Sorry, but I do think Lucy Ann Court is a bit more fancy, and I do like.
What are the
courts.
house prices
Anyway,
on Rebecca Street?
Well, I'm just looking now. Hers are about 1.3 million. So the court is a 1.5.
Oh, well, you're winning.
And then, just a side note, I did think, should I write to everyone on the street and say, hi there, this street is named after me in case you just want to know. You're welcome. But then I thought I won't.
That's very much your energy.
I won't do it. Anyway.
Did you ever grow up on the streets where you like hit the jackpot with that street name?
Well, another story. I've got so many stories. My dad also
Lucky
developed...
you're on radio.
My dad developed some other land that Mum and Dad ended up buying the land and building, and they lived there for a long time in Wellington Point. If you know my mum, you know two things. She loves Anthony Warlow, she loves John Farnham. And so Dad developed the land through the firm he worked for, Warlow Court and Farnham Street. Again, the court and the street intersecting. And Mum and Dad built on Warlow Lane, sorry. And Mum is one of the biggest Anthony Warlow fans in Australia. And so she lived on that street for a very, very long time. And then I got to meet Anthony Warlow backstage at a gig once, and I got to tell him, my mum and dad named a street after you, and they live there. And he thought that was excellent.
Those are amazing and interesting stories.
Thank you.
I don't have any of those. I've got very lame stories. I grew up on Small Road.
Was it small?
No. And that was the gag. In grade 3, they used to kill. They used to destroy in grade 3 that I lived on Small Road, but actually it was average size. And then I had a share house. I don't know why I remember this. And this is how, and we were young men living in a share house, and girls were not interested in us at the time. So we had to make our own entertainment, and we lived on a place called Cleek Avenue. And then for some reason, this is how cool we were, everything we did that involved us switching something on or off, we would be like, Cleek, Cleek. That's how cool we were.
That's a cool story, bro.
Yeah. I told you my
Not
stories
as cool
weren't
as
as
my
cool.
Anthony Warlow knows he has a street named
said-
after him story.
I said from the jump, your stories are way cooler than my stories. And it reminds me of when you're growing up and your mind explodes sometimes, like you're driving down the road with mum and dad, you're looking out the window and you see Red Street, and then you see Blue Street.
And you love
And then
that.
you see Green Street.
Yeah.
And you're like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
I remember I don't know where it was, I think I saw like a Canberra Street, then a Perth Street, then a Melbourne Street, and I'm like, it's all making sense
Well,
now.
in Mill Park, there's a series of roads in Mill Park here in Melbourne. Bugatti Court, Bentley Way, Benz Circuit.
Oh,
yeah, they're
right.
all. And then in Geelong, there's a bunch of streets all named after Game of Thrones characters.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's Winterfell Road and Stannis Street. And then in Sunbury, out where Case lives, there's all cricket streets. There's Baggy Green Drive, Bradman Drive. It's very cool.
Well, you run out of names after a while. You want to have some fun. So we're just asking the question
Don't
this
forget
morning.
AC/DC Lane in the city.
Yes, they renamed that, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
We're asking the question, did you hit the jackpot when it came to the name of your street, either present or past? Maybe growing up on that street, it was just the coolest name you could think of.
Yeah.
Lucy had some cool stories. I did not. Let's get to the text messaging service and find out what's been going on with the Light family.
There's a message here from Emma in Croydon who goes, when I was growing up, my dad was a baker and we lived on Bakery Lane and we loved it at the time.
How would you not think that is just the universe saying green lights the whole way? You've chosen your right career.
Yeah.
You're living in the street that is the career that you've chosen. So good.
Carolyn in Heathmont has texted in and said, I grew up in a court and then I married a man with the same surname.
How? That's almost X-Files territory.
I like that so much.
I love that. So growing up your whole life in the street with the man you're going to marry's surname, and then you meet him,
That's
and
cool.
then he lets you know what his surname is, and you're like, well, gonna have to marry you.
I love that.
That's the way it works, or it doesn't. Maybe we're just making it all up.
Josh has texted in saying, we grew up on Trouble Street and the amount of jokes we made about that was epic.
It's like living on the wrong side of the tracks in Trouble Street.
I know. I love that.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
Today is the official National Day of Mourning announced by the Prime Minister as our nation pauses to honour the victims of the anti-Semitic terror attack at Bondi Beach. December 14, it feels like a century ago. It was a day that broke Australia's heart. 15 people and beautiful children lost their lives during a Hanukkah celebration. And for many, it feels like our country hasn't quite been the same since. So today, organisations across Australia will mark this moment by flying flags at half-mast. Buildings will be lit to reflect the theme of the day, which is Light Will Win. But perhaps you're feeling a bit like me since it's happened. Very shaken up, heartbroken, wanting to do something, but not even sure what that looks like or where to begin to support our Jewish brothers and sisters. So to offer something tangible and meaningful today, we are joined by a hero of the faith, Crossway Senior Pastor Dale Stevenson, who'll hate that I called him that, but he's here to talk about a very special event happening tonight, which will bring Christians and Jews together in solidarity and hope, which I find so exciting. Welcome to the show, Pastor Dale.
Thank you so much, Lucy and Kel. Great to be together with you guys.
Lovely to have you here. So tell us a little bit about what's happening tonight at Crossway and what people can expect if they go along.
We've called the event tonight Hope in Mourning, and we just want to find that space because I agree with you. Our hearts have been broken by what happened at Bondi, and I felt that it's really important for us to find our voice. What happened at Bondi, it was certainly a breaking point in my heart, and I think a breaking point in many people's hearts, where we go, hey, this is just so very, very wrong. It's very, very wrong for Australian culture. It's very wrong for our Australian society. We're a very tolerant society. We want to love each other. Like, I'm a Christian. I hear Jesus say, you shall love your neighbour as yourself. He says, hey, a new commandment I've given to you. You shall love one another, even as I have loved you. And I'm like, what happened to Bondi is the absolute antithesis of this kind of central understanding of loving one another and caring for one another. So we felt, okay, we need to put some boots on this thing locally. And so together with some of the Jewish leaders of the city, I think Rabbi Reisenberg from the Central Shul, Mark Leach from Never Again Is Now, he's the CEO of Never Again Is Now, certainly the crew at Crossway. And we're just wanting to open it up for the broader community. And so if you just want to have an opportunity to express your heart, express your grief about what happened, but not only to grieve. That's why we called it Hope in Grief. And we've called it, for a strong Australia. So that people can go, look, I want to come along to something like this. I do need to feel and express my grief, but I also want to declare hope for the future. That's why we branded it that way.
One of the themes of the night is Light Will Win.
Yes.
You want to speak into that as well, Dale?
Yeah, sure. The massacre at Bondi happened on the first day of the Jewish festival of Hanukkah, the Festival of Light, And the Prime Minister actually named the National Day of Mourning, just picking those three words, Light Will Win. We don't want hatred to win in Australia, and the darkness of that type of both racism and anti-Semitism, we don't want to see that kind of get traction in Australia. The risk for so many, even of the Light's listening audience, our risk is to just be silent. Our risk is, we might feel it in our heart, but we're silent. And our silence actually can allow that kind of creeping of that kind of darkness and that kind of hatred.
Yep.
So he said, no, look, let's create a space where people can come. It will be a space, we will light candles. We'll read out the names of those who's deceased. We will say prayers and sing songs. There will be a handful of statements. There will be a couple of statements from people who were actually on the beach at Bondi and who were immediately affected by it. So we're going to draw people up close to what happened, give ourselves an opportunity to weep and to grieve, but at the same time, give ourselves an opportunity to lift our sights and go, no, Australia can be different to that. We want to be different to that. And that's why we choose to gather together.
This event is going to bring Christians and Jews together in one evening, which I just love. This unity is so important going forward, isn't it?
Yes. Look, from my perspective, my Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ, is Jewish.
Yeah.
My scriptures that I read, my sacred scriptures, the Bible, Old and New Testament, were all overwhelmingly written by Jewish people.
That's right.
The Christian faith emerged from this Jewish tradition with a Jewish Messiah. And so for me, it's like, oh my goodness, it's kind of nonsensical. The Christian people would align and say, hey, look, we worship the God of Israel and we want to stand with you, Jewish people. And we want to say, look, not just that we're glad you're in our society, I want the Jewish community to hear us say, we love you. We love you and we stand with you, and our hearts break with yours that you're not feeling as safe as you should in Australia right now. So we're going to stand with you to help to be that kind of turning of the tide.
Dale, thank you so much. Before we get to the details, if people are interested in attending to tonight, I know that when we have people like yourself in the studio, you're a man of faith, and one of your giftings is to communicate the word and to make sense of some things that don't make sense. The world is a little bit upside down right now, and there are a lot of people listening in to Lucy and Kel for breakfast that might not have a faith or may have not attended church for some time, but they love listening to the show, they love the station and all it stands for. From the perspective of you being a pastor, I'd just love to get your take on the world being a little upside down at the moment, and if people are a little bit worried, maybe some words of wisdom or some words of faith for them.
Look, I'd say to every individual who's listening right now, you are known, you are loved, and your life matters. There actually is a God in heaven, and there is a God who does make the world right. And even if the world is not made right today, it will ultimately be made right. And so we have a hope in this. The transformation happens in each individual heart. And so for everyone who hears right now, the issue actually isn't whether you're religious or not. The issue is whether our hearts are open to that living God that the Bible says is love, and we respond to his invitation, and we find that place. It's both a safe place to be with him, as in fears are stilled, over 365 times in the Bible, fear not, for I am with you. So for people to realize, look, God really does know you and love you, your life really does matter. You can find your sense of security with him, and then we take our stand to make a difference.
We're sending you all our love and our prayers tonight. The details are at neveragainisnow.com.au, but it's happening at 7:30 at Crossway Baps in Burwood East. We all know where that building is. If you don't, why not? Head along there, jump online. It's going to be a wonderful place to go and experience exactly what Dale said, hope. Even in these times of darkness and grief, we can rise above with that hope in Christ and hope for a better world for Christians and Jews and everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, Pastor Dale. We love the work you're doing and love the team at Crossway.
Thank you for inviting me in.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
We went on holidays to Bali. It happened to be the same time as our 3-year wedding anniversary.
Well, yes.
It exactly was our 3-year wedding anniversary. What do you mean, well, yes?
I think you're loading the conversation.
I'm not loading it.
All right, keep going then.
We got married in December. We had our first honeymoon in Bali. We were back 3 years later, the same week, having our 3-year wedding anniversary in Bali. There is nothing in that statement that is incorrect, Kelvin.
Other than the fact that our anniversary happens on one day. That's all I'm going to say. Our anniversary is one day.
When we were in Bali for the week... Every time we went out for dinner, when I did my little booking online and it said, is this a special occasion? I would click yes, and then I'd write 3rd wedding anniversary. And then we'd go to the restaurant, and the very first restaurant at the end of the meal, they brought out a cake and sparklers, and they're like, happy wedding anniversary.
Yes, they were.
And we're like, thank you. We got married and we were here 3 years ago for our honeymoon, and it was excellent. That was the first night. Second night we went out to dinner.
Surprise, surprise, guys. Second night, it was our wedding anniversary.
I told them it was our wedding anniversary. And it was.
Well,
and then they came out with a cake. La, 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 la. Happy wedding anniversary. We're like, thank you so much.
You'll never guess what happened on the third night.
Third night, we went out to another place, Barbacoa. I let them know in the
Were
comments.
we celebrating on the third night?
I was like, it's our wedding anniversary.
It's our wedding anniversary.
And they came out with lovely chocolate cake as well. La, la, happy birthday, happy birthday. It was lovely. And Kel was like, you have to stop.
This has been 3 nights in a row.
And I said, no, I'm not stopping because this was our wedding anniversary. Technically week from 3 years ago.
Were you saying it's our wedding anniversary week in the form, or were you just saying it's our wedding anniversary?
I said we are celebrating our wedding anniversary, which is correct.
Right.
We're celebrating it.
Of course. I mean, isn't everybody celebrating their wedding anniversary all the time?
Barbacoa gave us the most romantic table because they knew it was a wedding anniversary.
This is on day 4, I think.
That other place, that one gave us the best table by the beach because it was our wedding anniversary.
So it was our wedding anniversary for the entire holiday.
Yeah, I cannot see what's wrong with that. I literally am like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's true. It was us celebrating our wedding anniversary week.
Do you believe, however, and this is just me playing the prosecution in this court of law, do you believe that
first of all, did you not partake of every chocolate cake we got given?
At the time, because I was on holidays, I thought this is genius from my wife. This is absolute genius, telling the restaurants every night that it's our anniversary. And the restaurants responding in kind. But I do ask you this question. And it doesn't keep you up at night. But I do ask you this question. Do you believe that the restaurants understood that it was our anniversary week, or do you believe that each and every individual restaurant every night thought that night was our anniversary?
Who's to say? And who's to know? Who even really did they just want to love on you? They do.
What actually stops anyone from ever doing this every time they go out? Do you think there's couples out there that are always celebrating an anniversary?
Yep. I'm saying that's lying, but we weren't lying.
Oh, we're not lying.
I have heard of people go out and say, I've heard of stories where people go, they'll say to the waiter, it's such and such's birthday, and it's not, and then suddenly they bring out a cake singing happy birthday and the poor person's embarrassed.
Yeah.
I've heard of those shenanigans, but this was a legitimate, we're celebrating, and we've said
Over the course of a week.
Over the course of a week, and I wanted everyone to know this is our week of celebration. I cannot see what's wrong with that. Cannot.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
I love love. Let's celebrate love. Love, love, love.
So is it a 2-parter today? Is it a Judge Lucy's behaviour?
I don't like that angle.
But also, has anyone else done this? Where maybe you've told a restaurant, and I'm just throwing this out there, I know we're all very honest people, but maybe you've thrown out to the restaurant, hey, we're celebrating an anniversary, alluding to the fact it might have been on the night it wasn't. Do you think anyone else is doing that?
I don't know. Or maybe you want to share a story where you said it was something and it was, and they did something amazing, and you want to share what that amazing thing was.
All right. So Lucy's shying now away from being judged. And wants your examples of when you've done the exact same thing she doesn't want to be judged for.
Dates are dates. It was the vibe of the honeymoon.
It's the vibe of the anniversary, guys.
Janelle on the text goes, she's fully with me. She goes, you were there for your wedding anniversary, so it was okay everywhere you go. You go, we're here for our anniversary. We're here 3 years ago. She has no issue with it. Kelly, however, in South Mourning says, I have friends who live in the US, and every single time he books dinner somewhere fancy, he says it's their wedding anniversary. That's lying. That's dodgy.
No, now, listen, this is very much you might be turning into a kettle here.
That's not true. I can't wrap my head around the fact.
Maybe the vibe is that every day is celebrating their anniversary day.
It's not like in the middle of January, I'm like, it's our wedding anniversary, because it's not. It was the week of December. So, okay, riddle me this then. Just say your wedding anniversary, you both can't go out because you're both working, so you go out the Saturday, or say like it's 3 days later. Are you not allowed to say to the restaurant, it's our wedding anniversary, because it's not the legit day? As if the restaurant cares. They just want you to have a great experience. Yeah, see, you can't argue that. Julia in Blackburn North has said, morning guys, we went to Vue de Monde for our 10th wedding anniversary, and not only did they give us an extra dessert, they gave us a letter hand signed by the staff, which was so lovely.
We know what we're going to tell Vue de Monde next time.
I'm there with you, Lucy. I'm with you. You're there to celebrate your anniversary. It doesn't have to be the actual day. Thank you, Julia. the voice of reason.
Well, I've never worked in a restaurant before, but I wonder if like every Saturday, like everyone's celebrating and like everyone's celebrating an anniversary again.
Dave says we let a very fancy restaurant in Melbourne know it was our 10th anniversary. We got nothing except the bill, not even a sparkler.
I also like that vibe. It's our wedding anniversary. Good for you.
I think that's terrible customer service.
Well, if 30 couples a night are celebrating their wedding anniversary and you're sending out 30 special desserts, as a restaurant, you won't survive financially.
So don't lie, people. Only say it is when it is. And it was for us.
For like 4 or 5 days.
Okay,
guys.
Lovely Nick is on the phone. Hello, Nick. How
Hang
are
on.
you going?
I'm not prepared for Nick because I'm having too much fun
He is.
listening
He's
to
forgotten
everything
you
else.
were right there, Nick. I haven't. How are you going, Nick?
Good. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Nick.
You're celebrating a wedding anniversary
Really?
the other day.
Are you, Nick?
Literally on Monday was our 7th anniversary.
Right.
And I did book a restaurant last minute and for our anniversary, but I did that without any expectation of getting something nice. And we did get a nice big booth, but then we had a baby with us in a pram, so that could be the reason for that.
No, I think restaurants take that into account, and it was actually the day that you were celebrating, so you're all above board there, Nick. And who doesn't like a bigger booth?
Yeah, well, there you go.
Congratulations.
Worth it.
Congratulations,
Like
Nick.
big
Well done.
booths.
Well, we cannot lie.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another successful podcast, Lucy stormed out, now she's storming back
Storming
in.
back in. I've stormed back in. It's not as fun storming in.
No.
Well, you didn't really storm out for a reason. You just took shots at everyone and left the studio.
I had my reasons. You don't know them.
Oh.
I talked to my therapist about them.
Oh.
Anyway,
You do become best friends with most people you interact with.
Correct.
I do. I love people.
That's-
Not everyone. No, that's not true.
No, but in the majority, people who are nice.
Yeah, people that are like-minded, I
Yeah,
click
yeah.
to.
Your therapist, Casey,
Yeah.
Michelle Bridges.
Oh, I do like Michelle Bridges.
And if they don't know who
Anyone,
you
really.
are, you still kind of interact with them like they're your best friend.
No, I do not. Don't make me out to be like, I'm storming out again. I'm done. Goodbye. I said good day, sir. I won't stand by for these slanderous accusations.
She's storming out so much, I'm not sure why she's storming out anymore.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit
Yeah.
of the show.
And bit.